Throughout Britain are thousands of buildings which most people wouldn't even think of as being architecture. Yet they're buildings that we all use and we all spend a lot of time in. Can supermarket architecture ever be anything better than big bland boxes? Way past their sell-by date are the edge-of-town superstores built in a style laughably called traditional. In fact, the first was built less than 30 years ago by Asda in Essex. That's why the trade calls them Essex barns. And in a sense, supermarkets are the modern barn. They're big sheds full of foodstuffs. But there's the challenge. How do you design big buildings well? I mean, everyone wants to live near a supermarket, but no one wants a giant box dropped next to their house. So these stores try to blend in with their surroundings by disguising themselves as quaint country cottages, straight out of Trumpton. Somebody somewhere decided that if you put a little pitched roof on a huge, great whacking box of a building, you make it feel small and approachable. It just doesn't work. It's a bit like putting lipstick on a gorilla to disguise the fact it's a big, fat, hairy simian. Essex barns replaced vast areas of real countryside with a fake pastiche. They still scar the whole of Britain, but very few have been built since the late 1990s. A genuinely conservative piece of legislation in the last years of the Tories made it hard to get approval for edge-of-town superstores. So the big supermarkets are being forced back onto the high street, opening up local and metro stores. But this time they're moving into existing buildings. And this is leading to a much greater diversity in store architecture. The Bluebird building on London's King's Road is now shared between legendary designer Terence Conran and Sainsbury's. It was built in 1923 as a garage. Now it's helping to cut car use. People don't have to drive if they can pop into a local store. Inside, it's not what you expect from a big chain. Wooden boards, handwritten signs, and even an in-store chef to show you how to cook your purchases. But look at the labels and you'll realise most of it's bog-standard supermarket fare. It's a case of going back to the future, because this place has been designed to look and feel like a cupboard market, which is exactly what supermarkets replaced during the 20th century. So Sainsbury's have decided that, at least for these customers, they no longer want their supermarkets looking like supermarkets. Morrison's and Asda have been using fake market stalls for years, but no one's taken it this far before. They've even left the word super off all the signs. Sainsbury's don't want all their stores to look like this. It's designed to be unique. They are planning other one-offs, though I bet they won't be quite as posh outside Chelsea. But the idea that a shop can be tailored for the specific requirements of an area or of a building is a welcome change from the one-size-fits-all solution of previous decades. Some new superstores are still being built, but there are signs they're being built better. Tesco style has moved on from rustic barns to high-tech machines for shopping in. Their architects now choose from a range of standard kits, a bit like Giant Meccano, and a whole store can be put up in less than 15 weeks. This modular approach is cheaper and greener. The new stores need less energy to build and run than a brick barn. And they're flexible enough to be extended easily or even moved wholesale to another location.